isang malaking awesome. And thank you so much guys. Of course, kay Yahuwah and big shoutouts of course sa asawa ko na pauwi na. And yan, sa mga nandito, big shoutout sa inyo kay Karu, kay Kilua to, si Kilua to eh. Kilua, kay Eggsy, kay Anime Lover, ay kay Forever pala, Anime Forever, kay Lons, kay Mang Pepe, kay Sharon. Big shoutout sa inyo guys. Alright, so guys, ang ganda naman nangyayari sa cryptocurrency. Hindi ko masasabing maganda in overall context, no? So, ang context ko, mainly, yung kung may sariling mundo ako, is because yung sa gold, no? So, yung gold natin is making a huge retracement. At hindi lang to basta retracement. Kung titignan natin, okay, lang punta tayo sa ha? Oh, by the way, ako nga pala siya sabihin. I've been here since 2017. I've been trying to share you guys my wins and my losses dito sa cryptocurrency. Okay. So, guys, patadtad na ako ng chat natin ng 28 or ng awesome para makita ko kung active kayo at nanonood talaga kayo. Okay. And please, i-share nyo sa Facebook, sa mga Facebook groups. Okay. And kayo ang magiging reason kung sakaling tayo'y makasundo pa ng mas marami pang tao. Big shoutout sa inyo, guys. Ayan, big shoutouts kay Exy sa mga pinakamatatagal na dito. Okay. So, yeah, ito nga yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. So, di ba yung gold natin? Tingnan natin yung south natin. South. Ito. Punta tayo sa gold natin. Okay. So, makikita natin na ang grabe yung naging retracement natin dito, di ba? Pansinin nyo to. Wait lang. I-hide muna natin yung mga position orders. But yeah. So, hindi to, kung papansinin nyo guys ito let's be parang honest. Okay, kasi baka sabihin nyo, ay hindi, it's just a normal retrace. Yes, of course, there's a retrace kasi nagwala naman talaga yung gold, no? So, sa akin, ito yung punto ko dito or yung point ko dito. Okay? Hindi to pwedeng babagsak ng ganito. Pansinin niyo naman yung retraces nito, etc. Okay? And ito, ganun din yung sasabihin ko sa inyo na hindi to normal. Okay? Hindi to normal. Para sa gold, no? Hindi to normal. Okay? So, same thing here. Hindi to normal. Ito normal to. Okay, ngayon, first time we saw this. Okay, and every time that we see anything like this, okay, it could be probably, okay, tama, this is just like a healthy retrace. Pero hindi ko sinasabi guys na this is going to crash, no? Pero ang sinasabi ko, okay, bantayan natin tong off muna natin indicators. Bantayan natin tong Fibonacci. Okay, yung Fibonacci natin, sabihin natin, sige, dito nag-cross yung moving averages natin. Dumiretso siya sa 236 pababa. Okay, which is, I'm looking into more positive for Bitcoin. Kasi, this is money flow eh. And, that's what we noticed, no? Balik tayo sa Bitcoin. Okay? Ito yan. Bigla siyang pumasok sa Bitcoin at tumama siya sa 114, 200 or 126. Okay? For Bitfinex. So ito pa, isa pa yung gusto ko sabihin sa inyo. Okay, few days while back, nung sinabi ko, Bitcoin is bottoming dito. Nandito tayo sa 105, 6, 7, 8, etc. Tapos dun ko na pinost officially kasi baka magkamali ako, ayoko naman makaligaw. Pero doon ko naisip na gusto ko lang ba maging tama o maging mali, no? O gusto kong pumera din kayo, 'di ba? Na magsasalita ako dito tapos, 'di ba? Gusto ko pumera kayo, hindi lang dahil tara celebrate tayo, tama ako. Pero wala naman ako nilagay sa cryptocurrency. So I posted it. So yun yung sinabi ko. And sabi ko kanina, okay? And this is why I did not release the document kahapon. Kasi gusto ko sana magbigay ng document sa kanila, sa mga nasa Meraki. Pero sabi ko, ultimately, probably, something is gonna just flush whatever is the current market flow. So, ano yung ibig sabihin ko doon? Ang ibig sabihin ko doon na if yung longs natin is pumuputok, okay, gusto nyo dumami at lumolobo siya, ika-capitulate yun. Or same thing with the shorts. Okay, pag lumolobo siya, ika-capitulate siya. Pero may sobrang imbalance, kumbaga. So, kahapon, kanina lang yan, sinabi ko na during this message, pag pinuntahan natin siya, sinabi ko din na, okay, yesterday we were 107,300. Okay, 107,300 called for Bitcoin's first bottom. Okay, now we are testing now we are testing that 50 MA. Ibig sabihin, pinipredict ko na papasok tayo doon sa 50 MA after we reach the 150 MA sa 1-day time frame. Okay? And 110K. So, of course, 110K muna tapos 50 moving average. So, ano yung tsura nito sa market? Sabihin natin, ito yung price nung nagsasalita ako. Nandito tayo na. So, 150 MA. Tapos, ito yung 50 MA. Ngayon, magno-nosedive na siya. So, is this good? Probably, no. Of course, because that's how technical analysis works. Okay? But oftenly, like I said, this is always a lagging indicator. So, we don't usually look at the crosses. Ang tinitingnan natin is if the market will react to it. So, nakita natin, it is reacting to it. So moreover, we have to really believe in this one. That is the reason why I would be saying na we might, okay, be forming a couple of lower lows, okay, which is really scary right now. Kahit ako natatakot, okay, na lower low is going to, yan, sabihin natin 1, another lower low here. Lower high, tapos lower low, sabihin natin, ito, higher low to, which is really good. Okay, pero, kung sabihin natin, okay, maging kapantay or kahit higher low, ang mangyayari dyan is still a bear flag. Ididim siya as bear flag ng mga traders. Okay, which is not really good. So, ang maganda is, makaangat na tayo. Or dapat dito pa lang, umangat na tayo. So that is my prediction na probably we're gonna enter 102 again to flush out this traders na nandito. Okay, pero I'm not gonna be so confident about like, uy, sure ako na babagsak tayo dyan. I wanna watch out first, of course. Many ano sabihin to? Mga iba't ibang criteria na magandang tignan. Okay, but since we have itong indicator natin dito, itong asset natin na to, which is Saudi or yung gold against US dollar index, binutas niya hindi siya nagpatawad, kumbaga. So, what are the chances na bumalik tayo sa 4,700? There is a high possibility kung sana ang nangyari is, okay, hindi tayo huminto dito. Okay, or dito. Ang maganda kasi, kasi dalawa na yan tignan nyo maigi ha. Dalawang candles na yan. So, una naghinto siya dito, tapos dito naghinto dito. Ang gusto sana natin, kung totoong papasok siya dito, is doon dito sa candle na to, dapat pumasok na agad siya sa 3,800. Okay, kita din naman yan dito Meron siyang triangle dito. Okay? So, ang maganda sana, dyan siya nag-bounce para pumasok tayo dito sa area ng 4,700. Okay, which is going to be an overheated situation. Okay, so since ito na yung naging top niya, sabihin na lang natin, yan talaga. Okay. What will happen here is we might be able to see a prolonged play bago tayo talaga makakita ng downward play dito. Okay, it cannot be just like, okay, bumagsak tapos, it cannot do that. Okay, which we saw that on Bitcoin, pero hindi siya sa gold Hindi siya pang gold play. Okay, papakita ko sa inyo. Yung downward move na ganyan is eto katulad na ito. Back in 2017 ng Bitcoin. So, yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Kung hindi siya mag-overheat ng ganon, ang mangyayari sa kanya is it's gonna go ahead and give you a painful low drop, no? That's for gold. Kung sakaling ganon yung mangyari. Pero, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. I'm not gonna look at it just because parang doon ko ibabasa yung magiging trades natin for Bitcoin. It's a really good reference na, tignan nga natin to. Diba? Tapos the news are reacting to it, etc. Blah, blah, blah. They're trying to really sink the gold, no? So, but I'm not gonna say, Jules, magandang chance to para pumasok sa gold, etc. I really don't think that this is a good chance for us to really get into gold. Kasi may dinatawag din tayo na gold is strong, Bitcoin is weak. Bitcoin is strong, then gold is super weak. So, it's really hard to say na okay, this is the time I'm gonna buy gold, wherein Bitcoin is already strong, no? So, parang nagigets nyo na parang mas malaki yung chances nyo kumita sa alts, na yung rotation doon is mabilis, pero ang daming kumbaga ways para kumita talaga sa cryptocurrency, rather than just staying with gold. Hindi ko sinasabi na pangit yung gold. Ang sinasabi ko is, okay, we're talking about the potential, okay, growth. Okay, and I want to remind you guys, this is just paper. Itong gold. Okay, pag may gold ka, this is just paper. You don't have it. Unlike with Bitcoin, it is programmed. And it's permanent. If you bought it, it's in blockchain. You have it. As long as you have the keys, no? Sa'yo talaga yan. Diba? So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? With the Bitcoin's price right now, saglit lang tong live natin guys ha, kasi I want to really immerse you guys sa mga nangyayari. We often see this kind of move sa mga institutional plays, no? Hindi lang to basta ngayon sa Bitcoin, okay? What happens is when we see this kind of move, like 1, 2, 3, okay, when we see this, okay, we always see an explosion for that asset. Okay, we saw that in Apple, we saw that in Nvidia, no, we saw that in major health insurances na assets, which are very often deemed as risky, and they don't allow that for borrow against for major banks, no. So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Guys, if this is being repeated and this is programmed, okay, we are living in a matrix and this is being programmed, pinoprogram to sa atin, tapos hindi pa rin tayo naniniwala, diba? Malaki yung chances na talagang wala magbabago sa atin kung hindi natin papatulan. Alam ko nakakatakot guys, kahit ako 107,800, tapos mawawala lahat ng ko. Wala naman bago lagi naman ako natatakot. Kumbaga yun yung nasa isip ko, lagi na akong takot, wala na rin bago. But the question is, kailan ko babaguhin? Yan yung pinakabagong question doon. Kailan ko babaguhin na instead naman gusto ko baguhin yung buhay ng pamilya ko. Amen. Na yung pinaghirapan ko, nilagay ko dito, then might as well accept the risk. So I want to see all throughout na nandito ako pag sumikat yung araw, nandito din ako pag lumubog yung araw. Pero the question is, what have you done all throughout the day? Diba? While you're trading Bitcoin, are you just watching it and enjoying it, or were you taking profits? Diba? Were you doing your risk management? Diba? So I even learned some new tricks, diba? With the how I will be able to really maximize the profits sa cryptocurrency. So sabihin natin, kumikita na tayo 60,000, no? Sa buong portfolio ng Meraki. Kunyari lang 60,000. Instead of taking out the whole profits or taking the whole investment, etc., then pinasok ko siya sa Ethereum, Bitcoin, yung mga assets na magkakaroon ng ETF, di ba? AVAX, sabihin natin, Solana, doon mo nilagay lahat ng mga profits mo even though the price is already overheating right now. Instead of like taking profits, ang gagawin natin is magbaborrow against tayo in order for us to really short the market. Diba? And which is a little bit risky, pero there's no tax for that. That's the good thing about that. Is if you borrow against your overheated assets, tapos nag-borrow against ka dun sa price na bumabagsak na, after mo mag-borrow, biglang bumagsak yung price, diba? There will be no losses already for you. Why? It's because you will have tax refund, diba? No taxes already for you. Tapos ang maganda pa dun is, diba? You will have this peace of mind that yung prices mo, even though the prices you're holding, sabi natin, those assets that you're holding is already secured, no? Nevertheless, sabi natin, okay, ang ganda ng mga short plays mo, etc. You're trying to really make most of those plays, sabi natin. O kaya sabihin na lang natin, okay, you're really trying to do a super tight SL, super tight this, tight and that, etc. Ang ganda ng strategy mo. You're just there to really trade the short kasi you cannot make money on dropping market unless you derivatives for cryptocurrency. Diba? Or sabihin natin sobrang sikat nitong stablecoin or sikat niyan yung asset na tinatry mo i-hodl, tapos pinaborrow mo, pinalending mo, then you'll be able to really make money out of it. But what I see with Bitcoin, okay, I'll be honest with you guys, okay, there is a potential repetitive action here. Okay, we haven't seen this kind of like, paano ba sabihin to? Punta tayo sa 1 week para makita natin siya. Okay, so sa 1 week, okay, we haven't seen this kind of like, alam mo yun, slow growth. And that makes me think like, what is going on? Alam mo yun, many people are saying like this is going to be violent because nandito yung moving average, no? I really think that that's not yet the case, okay, for Bitcoin. Okay, I think we're not yet there. Okay, but it's coming closer. So if you watch my video tomorrow, okay, I think that's gonna give you a peace of mind. Okay, but I'm not gonna say like that's gonna be your solid parang solid ito na yung solid decision ko kasi na sinabi ni Sir. Also, no, this is just gonna be one of those few research na pwede mo i-include dun sa research mo. So, yeah, tulad ng sinabi ko, tinatch na natin yung 50 moving average sa 1-day time frame. Tapos nabasag pa natin yung 110. So, we're correct. We're right at that point. Okay? But, did we trade it? Yes, we did. And may proof din tayo na may nag-trade din nung ating first bottom. So, kakasali niya lang on his day 1. Pagkasali niya nung October 18, kumita agad siya. Doon sa naging shot call ko. So, the only part or the only thing is natalo tayo din ng $20 naman sa sugal. Okay, so tama na yung sinasabi ni Big Fella, no, daming sugal lord na fina-flash sa leverage, pangit tuloy yung galaw ng market. This is true because it's becoming food for the whales. Now, before, back in 2021, spot is very delicious para sa mga nasa whales, mga whale market, no, sabihin natin. Pag nakikita nila daming buy order sa order book, dun kumikita na agad sila by just like really trying to manipulate the market and paying people on the news, no, sabihin natin Forbes, maglagay sila doon, diba? Bad news, etc. Tapos boom, kasi sobrang emotional ng market during that time. Compared sa market natin ngayon, they're not emotional eh. I would say like they're not really highly reactive sa mga nangyayari sa news ngayon. Hindi ko masasabi na parang sobrang emotional. Kung ibabalik ko kayo sa 2021, kung wala kayo noon guys, congratulations. Because back in 2021, everything is so emotional. Tesla lang, nagganito, emotional. Si China, nag-ban, ganito, emotional. Diba? Sabi lang ni ganito, na ganyan-ganyan, emotional. Tapos malalaman, fake pala. hindi naman pala totoo. Something like that. Nagigets nyo? Dati ganun. Tapos sabi natin, nahuli na si ganito, na ganito ang ginagawa niya. Everyone, nagtatali-talinuhan. Then we'll be releasing a lot of FUD and uncertainty, diba? Fear sa market, etc. Tapos creating a really extravagant technical analysis to really prove their fear. No? Dati ganun. Diba? That's why we had this kind of like violent drop. This is the most violent drop that I have experienced in cryptocurrency. Not this one, okay? Because this is slow death, okay? Ito, this is hacking, you know? This is hack. Ito, this is crazy. A rocket barrage of like negative news. Like, isipin mo like, parang talagang sinadyang gusto i-push yung market. The Luna crash, FTX crash, banking capitulation, boom, 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 3AC, boom, boom, boom. Like, wala ka nang pahinga dito, guys. Halos hindi ka makapahinga dito. Tapos, sasabihin nyo, hindi to deserve ng cryptocurrency or hindi to deserve ng Bitcoin, it needs to drop already. No. I really don't see any structure even in traditional na ang ganito ang lipad, tapos biglang isang sundot lang violent drop na ganito. Or sabihin natin mangyari to in just 1 month. Diba? Ito kasi ilang buwan to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hindi. 4 lang pala. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Na in 4 months, bigla itong ganun yung mangyayari. Diba? I really don't think they will be able to do the same thing na ginawa nila dito. Na kahit magpaulan tayo ng maraming news dito, hindi nyo ba napapansin na ang mga news na nagmo-move ng market na to is macroeconomics. Okay? And macro macro fundamentals. Okay? Why? It's because this is about deception. Okay? Because US wants to control cryptocurrency. Okay, and that is the reason why Donald Trump was allowed to do meme coins before his inauguration, before ma-officiate na, oy, presidente ka na. You should not be doing that. Nagagets niya? Naalala niyo yun? Kung naalala niyo yun, guys, mag-comment down below. Okay? So, sabihin ko sa inyo, ulitin ko ha. Hindi ba kayo nagtataka na si Donald Trump was able to release 2 meme coins and allowed 1 meme coin from Argentina na yung Argentina was bought by US right now for them to be a puppet to their plans in that, you know, in that continent. Isipin niyo ha, ito pa. Isipin niyo maigi. Na-absuelto yon yung presidente na yon, si Milei. Isipin nyo ha, na-absuelto siya. And tapos, na-invite pa siya sa US in just a month after that crime. So, ano yung point ko? This is sabihin sa inyo. The Bitcoin, okay, needs to be controlled, but it cannot be controlled by buying a lot of Bitcoin because it will just make a lot of people rich. So it needs to be a slow and surgical way to do it. I've been telling you this, guys, with a lot of documents. 9 documents sinabi ko na sa inyo to. It's all about stable coins. Okay? So this is all about stable coins. They've been trying to buy Bitcoin slowly, okay, and surgically. Hindi po pwedeng doon sa punto kung saan everyone is bullish, it will just create a lot of more bullishness and it might reach to 180k right away, 380k, which ruins the whole fundamental aspect or even the technical indicators that are always used for on-chain analysis. Isipin nyo yun maigi ha. Meron kayong 21 viewers, di kayo nagla-like, guys. 21 na lang kayo dyan. Mag-like naman po kayo, please, guys. So that it will be reached, offered in the, sa homepage ng YouTube. Okay, yan. Thank you so much. Okay. So, again, ulitin ko isa pa. If Donald Trump, okay, sabihin natin, para maging para maging super relevant, okay, ni Donald Trump, okay, why he has this super efforts na maging relevant siya sa mga ganitong calls. Sabihin natin, yan, mag-impose siya tariff tapos biglang magka-crash yung market. Why? It's because they want them to be one of the shot callers, no? Kung kaya nila i-move yung market, they are the ones who can really make a lot of money in the market. Diba? I think they know about this kasi back in 2021, ganun yung case. Diba? Ngayon, fundamental federal government, IRS, central bank, CBDCs, yun na lang yung nagpapamove ng market M2, diba? Money supply, ano pa ba? Yun na yung nagpapamove ng market. Wala na masyadong nagpapamove ng market Kung papansinin nyo, ano itong mga move markets na ito, nagpapamove ng market? Isipin nyo maigi ano yung nagpapamove? Tariff to. Ito, tariff din to. Diba? Ano pa? Government. To government. Government selling Bitcoin. Boom. Isipin nyo yun walang ano dito, walang bad actor dito. Diba? Walang bad actor dito. Wala yung bad actors dito. Diba? Dito din, yun yung sinabi niya, diba? Overheated na po yung market kasi maraming nagsasabi ng ang daming indicators. Tingnan niyo naman yung volume. Walang pera sa cryptocurrency pero yung price na sa'yo, ganyang price. What are they doing? They knew something about how to hack the economy of Bitcoin without showing it here. Pero sa MACD, kitang-kita siya na umangat. Pero din sa volume, wala. Okay? Pansinin niyo yun. Okay, aggregated volume to across all sexes to. Okay, even mga dexes. Pero wala. Diba? 1.7k ngayon gusto mag-sell. 946 contracts lang sa buy. Isipin nyo. So ngayon, meron tayo divergence. No? This is how really divergence works. Hindi natin alam. Okay? So dito din, divergence pero umangat pa. Hindi ko magets, 'di ba? Same thing here. Divergence. 'Di ba? Simula pa lang. Kung totoo magka-crash to, nag-crash na to. Kasi dito, ka-crash pa lang siya, nag-crash na siya. 'Di ba? Walang pasabali. Unang boom, 'di ba? Ito, nag-crash siya, pero ang daming nakapitulate. 'Di ba? Ang daming nadali. Ang daming mga wallets na liquidate. And to remind you, that's 19 billion in derivatives trade alone. Diba? Isipin nyo yun, guys. In just one go. Tapos, ngayon, yung mga tao mag-iisip na, makinig tayo palagi kay Trump kasi si Trump talaga yung nag-move the market. They're becoming successful in their plans. We're giving the power of market makers power to them by just opening their mouths. Because they cannot trade at least publicly. But they can trade, of course. Because this is decentralized, no? Anyone can point fingers, but they cannot prove it. Unless careless ka talaga. Diba? So yun yung investigation natin last document, diba? Sinabi ko yun sa inyo. Binigay ko yun sa inyo. Okay? So ito pa, isa pa. Tingnan nyo to. Okay? So kung titignan nyo yung Ethereum natin, diba nasa daily time frame tayo? Maraming sasabi hindi magka-crash na to. So babalik yung 2,500. Maniwala ka sa akin. Ginaganon pa ako. Okay. Kung gano'n naman pala ano yung isang solid basis mo na bakit siya babalik? Okay. Ako, ito sabihin ko sa inyo, bakit hindi? It's because of how technical analysis for moving averages work, hindi siya po pwedeng basta na kakawala lang niya sa golden cross, magko-cross down agad siya. Ibig sabihin mahina tong market na to. And I really don't think, okay, Ethereum is weak at that point. Hindi tayo magpipredict ng bottom sa 1,400, 1,500. Hindi natin to mapipredict ng ganun kung hindi totoo ang moving averages. Guys, dito pala na golden cross dito, golden cross dito. Dito yung pinaka golden cross. Bakit niyo sasabihin na this is going to crash back to 2,400? You're wishing for a death cross early. Okay, unless the system is really rigged. Isipin niyo to, nag-give siya ng bull cross dito. Plus death, bull cross. Ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Na never ever have seen for Bitcoin na mag-bull cross siya after a death. Okay, a death crash. Diba natin, nag-crash siya eh. Okay? Tapos nag-bull siya, tapos babawiin niya agad. Never. I've never seen that. Kahit dito, hindi pa pwede mag-bull cross tapos unang touch. Doon sa pangalawa pwede. Pero yung unang touch, I really don't think pangalawa pa nga ito eh. Sa pangatlo, siya na nag-drop. Diba? Dito din. Okay, 1. Oh, hindi siya nag-touch. Muntikan lang. Pangalawa. Pangatlo. Tapos yung pangapat. Tsaka nag-drop. Gets niyo? And this is not even a drop. No masasabi natin, bear market. No. It's like a bullish retrace to 618. Diba? Tapos nag-cross ulit. Ilang beses bago talaga siya nabasag. 1, 2, 3. Diba? Ito, first time pa lang. I really don't know why most of you guys na nagadapuhan ng fear and uncertainty and doubt, diba? Will send all of your fears in the massage parlor. Nagigets niyo yan? Na natatakot na kayo, pumunta pa kayo sa masahista para hilutin yung takot niyo. Di ba? Maganda, okay, sige, isend mo sa masahista, pero yung tapang mo, pupuntahin mo sa gym, palakasin mo. I gets nyo. Big shoutouts kay Benjamin, pati kay Zenmind, pati kay Mark Cabral. Big shoutouts sa inyo guys. Okay. So, hindi ko sinasabing hindi to magre-retrace ngayon dito or tatouch lang tapos siya kalilipad. Okay. Pwede yun mangyari. Okay. Specifically, it's because of macro data. Okay. That we're trying to really ease up on inflation and this and that. We're waiting for Fed, diba? Na parang hindi nakikilos ng market na to pag walang sinabing US, diba? Parang ganun eh. Pero tulad sinabi ko, we won't be doing this. Okay, so ito, katulad ito, 1, 2, 3. Ito, 1, 2, 3. Okay. If this is going to really crash, it needs to touch first. Tsaka tayo makakalipad. Doon natin malalaman kung it will produce a lower high. Lower high ba? Higher high? Lower high. Kung lower high, tapos biglang nag-crash agad at binasag yung moving averages, okay, dun tayo mag-uusap. Sasabihin ko sa iyo, okay, tama ka na. Ngayon, this time na pag pumasok ulit yan dun sa moving average, it will confirm that it is going to crash and retrace this cross. Diba? Wala nang fair value gap. Dire-diretso na. Okay, but if this resisted this price or this moving average, it is going to send this market to the new all-time highs. Okay. Marami nagsasabi the 30K is going to be programmed because of the market structure. This is a cup and handle and this is all about manipulation because of the what do you call this? The tariffs, no? So cup and handle tapos boom, inverse head and shoulder. Pwedeng ganon. Or pwedeng ganito. Okay? Inverse head and shoulder tapos boom. Okay, but I need the price to reject the moving averages. Okay, because when it do, ganito yung nangyayari. So kahit kopyahin lang natin to, sabihin natin, di ba, nag-crash dyan. Okay, boom. Di ba? Oh, kopyahin natin. Kung crash to, COVID crash, bang. Habulin natin dito sa crash ng ng tariff. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Ano nangyayari sa 1, 2, 3? Ano nangyayari? Ano sumusunod? Di ba market pump? Di ba? Hindi din natin to makikita sa Bitcoin. Pwedeng mangyari is magkaroon ng Ethereum and Bitcoin depegging. Ibig sabihin, hindi na sumusunod si Ethereum kay BTC. Dito na makapapaisip yung mga tao na, or probably, Ethereum is gonna replace Bitcoin. The new Bitcoin na tinatawag. Nangyayari yung narrative na ganun. Yeah, anything that you're holding for Ethereum, or Ethereum blockchain, or anything that is helping Ethereum to be Ethereum, it's gonna pump. Nagigets nyo? Okay. So, okay lang matakot. Wala akong sinasabi. Tao lang tayo, guys. Okay? Ako, papagod na ako, to be honest. Pero hindi ko yun para hilamas sa inyo na mapagod na ako tapos hindi ako magti-trade. Magpapagod ako, mas lalo ako nagtatrabaho. Ganun ang gawin nyo, guys. Sanahin nyo yung sarili nyo na pagpagod kayo, lalo kayo magtrabaho. Kasi kung ba't kayo napapagod? Kasi may oras kayo mag-isip. Pag wala na kayong oras mag-isip, guys, matatapos ang pagod nyo, tapos malalaman nyo na lang, finish line na pala tayo. O kaya, nasa kabaong na pala ako. Patay na ako kasi na-overwork ako. Karoshi, di ba? Nagkakaroon sa ako, karoshi yun. So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo, guys. Okay, meron na tayong clues. Meron pa tayong moving average. Di ba? Tapos marami nagsasabi na, hindi sir, also, ano yan nasa top market ka, bakit ka nagsasabi na bottom to? Di ba? Kasi nakafocus kayo sa Bitcoin. Inuubos niyo yung oras niya sa Bitcoin, mainly. Masyado kayo nagpo-focus sa Bitcoin. Okay? This is a manipulated price action already. We cannot see the real action already. Okay? So, pwede natin sabihin na, okay, baka si Ethereum ang ginagaya ni Bitcoin. Pansinin nyo, na itong price na to, napaangat pa lang, sabihin natin, nangyayari pa lang kay Bitcoin. Wait. Nangyayari pa lang kay Bitcoin. No, ito yan. Ngayon, sige, mag-drop siya, etc. Okay. Kasi ganyan eh. Kung teka. Okay. Ngayon pa lang nangyayari kay Bitcoin. Pansinin nyo. Diba? I mean, ako, baka nag-hallucinate lang ako. Baka nababaliw lang ako dito. Diba? Pero ilang beses ng kabaliwan ko na pinrove tong price actions na to. Kung nagpo-prove tayo na marami tayong may cross tayo dito, may dalawa tayong X lang dito. So, what are the chances na this is just gonna retrace somewhere, that it's gonna settle down? Diba? Mali ako na, sige, okay, fine. Okay. Madali sabihin na, sige, mali ako na hindi na nag-cross down tayo sa 4K kasi sinabi ko last time I was so mayabang na hindi na tayo magka-cross down sa 4K. Just to really support this support and resistance dito. Itong mga resistance na to. Diba? Sabihin natin. But what are the chances again na you proving me na mali ako, tama ako, raising me na tama ako, tapos aawayin mo ako, mali ako? What does that make you profitable? Diba? Yung mga pinakamagagandang tanong dyan. Okay? So, ito pa, yung traditional bags ko na hawak ko sa traditional bags, traditional markets natin. Oh shoot, ulit. Teka lang. Yung traditional markets natin. Okay? Yung Riot ko, sobrang ganda. Alam niyo naman to, Riot, diba? Ano to mining to. Ang bili natin dito $4, $5, and $6. Yun yung average buy ka dito. Umangat na siya. Okay? So, pinakamaganda pa dito is nag-create siya ng puro higher. Okay? Diba? So, sabihin natin, ayan, boom. So, this is a clear evidence na Bitcoin mining is back as well. Okay, so tinanong ko kasi tinatamad na ako eh. Tinatamad ako mag-search eh. Nilapag ko na agad, diniretso ko na dito. So, ano yung usual? Okay, general sentiment about Bitcoin miners return. Capitulation signal sa bottom. Increased network security. Miner confidence. So, di ba? Sipin nyo yun. Okay, Bitcoin price history following a mining recovery. Alam nyo magandang reaction dito is bili kayo na data center. Okay? Bumili kayo ng realty, tapos gawin yung data center. Okay? O kaya, kung hindi nyo gusto magparenta ng mga tao, yun gawin nyo. Okay? Or, invest kayo sa data centers or sa peak network. O kaya sa geode. Diba? Or, invest pa kayo sa mga DePIN. Okay? Or, sabihin natin, mas maganda, invest kayo sa nuclear power. Kung gusto nyo mas risky pa sa cryptocurrency, invest kayo sa mga energies. Sa mga iba't ibang ways to create energies. Malay nyo, ma-discover o rediscover natin yung power ng Aether. Diba? Hindi Aether network ha. Yung sinasabi ko Aether is yung Aether theory ng Aether. The fourth solid liquid mass, the fourth matter na tinatawag, or the fourth matter back in 1700s. Sipin nyo yun ha. So, I mean, okay, so sabi dito, in summary, Bitcoin miners are returning this month. Okay, so yan. Kasi tinanong ko sa kanya if Bitcoin miners are back, okay, and starting to come back this month for Bitcoin. Kasi nga napansin ko yung riot ko eh. Okay, so ibig sabihin, historical precedents suggests a strong possibility of a upward price trend in the following 2 or 3 months rather than an immense price spike. Okay, the general sentiment is bullish as the return of the mining activity, etc. etc. So why am I reading that? It's because ito yung mga magiging kalaban ng institutional players. Okay, is yung merong solid foundation ng taking profit at may solid foundation ng earning money kasi wala sa pinapasok na capital pero may pumapasok na high prices sa kanila. So the question is, are they gonna stop the price to like really go up or hindi nila na din mapipigilan yung sarili nila to really push the price to go up? Yun yung mga magandang tanong dyan. Okay, so we have prices right here. Okay, so marami nagsasabi, hindi sir, also rising wedge na yan. Okay, probably pwede, diba? Hindi natin alam. Okay, what I can say is definitely this is a regression trend. Okay, as long as we're being supported by this moving average, the 50 moving average in 1 week, tapos may 150, may 20 tayo sa 1 week naman. Okay, then we should be able to see the price really holding up on this. Okay, as long as there's no body closes, really strong body closes in 1 week sa below ng 98, okay, that's gonna change the whole course of Bitcoin. Okay, if this is really going to be a weak market, dapat yung naging news nung last time, pumasok na tayo sa 98k. Maniwala kayo sa akin, guys. No one's gonna buy the price at 102. Okay, just to like say, oh no, we're protecting 100k. Even though I already told you that. Okay, sinabi ko na yun sa inyo, guys. What's the institutional support? Comment down below. What's our institutional support? Ano ang ayaw nilang price? Pababa? Walang sasagot. Hindi nila naalala. Baka mga bagong viewers na to, hindi na to lumang viewers. Wala nang luma dito. Pero mga bago na ata to, guys. Wala na. Wala, hindi nyo alam yung sagot. What's the institutional support that we're looking at? Wala talaga magko-comment. Ang lungkot naman. What's the price, the institutional price support na pinoprotektahan nila? Dapat alam niyo to, guys. Hindi to tinuturo nila Coach Miranda, pati yung mga traders, pati yung mga ano niya, no? Napansin ko yun. O bakit? See, high risk to eh. Ay, big shoutouts kay Zenmind, 100k. Tama yan, guys. Okay. Hindi rin to tinuturo ng mga nila ni Bitmaestro. Yung mga nasa Facebook, hindi sila nagtuturo ng ganito. Siguro high risk kasi yung pag-usapan eh. Ayaw nila magkamali, guys. Takot sila magkamali. Kaya maingat sila. Kasi ang foundation ng followership nila is nakabase sa tama nila at profits na pinapakita nila. Wala akong sinisingle out. Okay? Majority ko to. Majority ng Filipino influencers, guys, nakabase sa sa pakita ng resibo. Okay? Kung sila masisisi, doon talaga nadadali mga Pilipino. Pero yung aakayin kayo, bibigyan kayo ng idea para makapagsimula kayo ng research nyo. Tapos i-enable kayo yung mismong marunong na magbasa, mag-discern, mag-read between the lines ng mga chismis. Ibang usapan yan, guys. Malaking malaking A+ yun sa inyo. Para hindi na kayo nagbabayad, hindi na kayo nagbibili ng membership sa mga outlets, sa mga alpha groups, etc. Matututo din kayo pumili ng alpha group na may bayad, na alam nyo na yung basic lang sa hindi, copy-paste lang or AI-generated chismis, etc. Gets nyo? Kung malinaw yan, guys, comment nga kayo. Feeling ko mag-isa lang ako dito eh. Big shoutouts kay Jason ah. Papansin nyo ba yan, guys? Papansin nyo yun? Kahit si Coin Bureau ngayon, bagsak ang viewership. Kahit si Crypto Crew, mali na siya ng prediction. Napaaga yung prediction niya. Hindi ko sinasabi mali siya. Wala namang mali sa technical analysis eh. It's just like a spew of idea na sinishare sa inyo. Okay? Pero yung turuan sana kayo, yun yung iba eh. Yung sana maturuan kayo. Hindi ikulong pa kayo sa isa pang matrix na ginawa nila. Na, ito kumita ako ng ganito. Tara, sahal kayo dito sa membership ko, etc. Ano lang, 500 pesos lang. I guess yun. 500 pesos lang, tapos ganito, ganyan. Forever ko na kayong follower. Nagigets nyo? Ako hindi yun yung gusto ko, guys. Kasi alam ko, kung sa akin talaga kayo totoong matututo, babalik kayo dito para kayo naman yung magtuturo. Alam nyo yun? Nagigets nyo? Big shoutouts kay Ramil, yan. Okay. So, guys, tulad ng sinabi ko, I always wanna keep it under 1 hour. Yun lang. Abangin yung video ko tomorrow. We'll do, I did a recording bukas. I did a recording kanina. Okay. So, it's all about why I really think the market really bottomed sentimental wise with a mix of technical analysis and fundamentals. Okay. So it's just a really short video so that you guys will have an idea and use that as a research, okay? Para makapag-research pa kayo na mas madami. Alam niyo kung saan kayo magsisimula. So, guys, tulad ng sinabi ko, guys, why I really think Bitcoin can top this year, sabi natin kung magtatop siya this year talaga, and ang price niya is 179 or at least 173.75. 173.75 and 79. Okay, or 78. Sige, 78 na lang kasi sinasama ko yung mga ano eh. So why are we being stopped on this level? It's because we are in 8236 level or 0.114 level or the 886 level. Tapos ang mangyayari dito, kung sabihin natin, ang nangyayari kasi pag dito, okay, Ang price natin pag naglalarong ganyan, bago lumipad, is naglalaro muna dito at dito. So same thing dito sa ilalim. Naglalaro muna siya dito sa dalawang to. Okay? Bago siya lumipad. Okay? So, what happens next is before we really do crackdown at magkaroon talaga ng masabi nating top na talaga to, okay, is we will reach T178. Okay? Ngayon, malalaman natin kung totoong malakas yung market na to pag na-support dito sa dalawang to. Pero usually, that really scares a lot of retailers, no? Na pag tapos sila maka-reach dito, biglang bumagsak ng ganyan, natatakot na yung retailers. We don't usually see a strong retail pag overheated yung market tapos nagkaroon ng ganitong drop. Tulad na ito. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Within 3 weeks, dapat malakas yung strong drop natin. Kung totoong drop talaga siya. Yan. So, 1, 2, 3. 3 weeks, so, boom, butas yung moving average. Yun din yung gusto natin makita. Kung totoong strong capitulation to, within 3 weeks, may makikita tayong strong drop. Okay. Pag nakita nyo nag-drop to 98 pababa, okay, we're done with cryptocurrency. We're just gonna take all of our money out of the cryptocurrency. We cannot even borrow against it. Even yung nasa Meraki. Ilan na lang yan? 9,000 na lang. It's really sad. It has been sad. Okay. Pero to really save what you have is another talent. No? To save what's left is another talent so that you can still play with the cryptocurrency. Because kung yung 100 ka, napa 1,000 natin. Kung yung 1,000 nga, napa 10,000 natin. Yung 10,000, yung 1,000 natin, napa 30,000 natin. What can a $9,000 capital do? Let's be positive, guys. Okay? Let's be optimistic. Okay? I don't want you guys spewing a lot of negativity in your head. Negative na nga ilabas. Tapos hindi mo pa makontrol yung loob mo. Okay? The first kingdom that you want to build is the one inside you. Not the one outside. Nag-build ka business, bibuild ka crypto portfolio, bibuild ka ng ganito. Pag di mo mabuild yun nasa loob, sirang-sira ka na. Tandaan niyo yun, guys. Okay? So, wala lang masyadong chismis sa inyo. Ang gusto natin is a crypto reset here. Once we do, okay, that's our second bottom already. Ito na yung first bottom natin. Pero what happens is if a price like does a lot of sideways, no, ang nangyayari naman hindi na ibig sabihin nag-reach dito 2 beses etc. is magka-crash yung market, no? Pag sa pangalawang drop niya, hindi, ito katulad nito. Hindi naman nag-drop ng sobra eh. Umangat siya konti, nag-drop siya ulit. Umangat siya konti, nag-drop siya konti, boom boom boom. Okay? We're nearing, okay? We're nearing. Pero I'm not gonna say like when because I don't know when. But all you can do from here is to really watch the market really close. If you don't want to watch the market, then you lose already. This market, you lost already. That's how easy it is. But again guys, chismis lang lahat ng yan. Kailangan nyo pa rin aralin, planuhin at kilusan. Nang sa gayon, ang lahat ng to ay ating makamtan. At syempre guys, stay awesome. Goodbye. Awesome. Goodbye guys. Thank you. Kita-kits. Safe trading.
Sabi nga pala, chismoso ng crypto since 2017 bull run and have been documenting my journey since 2021 at may bagong mission na gawing 100k ang 10k ng may buong puso at kadwa. Sabi nga pala, chismoso ng crypto since 2000